Outlaw Sports is brought to you by Molson Canadian, made from Canada.
Without the NHL, Grant, we have to find other things to talk about. And I know this is a Calgary sports show, but seriously, I mean, I'm a huge NFL fan, and I think people that don't get to watch a lot of hockey.
Can I ask you a question about the NFL before we get going? I've been away this fall a lot. I've been busy with the CFL a lot, going to Grey Cup, Western Finals, all this kind of stuff. I have not paid as much attention as I have in the past to the NFL. How would you quickly summarize how things have gone this year? Entertaining games, good storylines. How would you?
Well, you got to remember, Grant, this is my baby. I love the NFL.
I know that.
I watch it all the time.
But from
an watches all the time. 3 games in a row on some days.
That says something about you and how you raise kids and families. And this is not a social program, it's simply a sports program for the smallest of minds to understand.
Just
no,
$400 a day help me and my son get through NFL.
Like every year, like in the CFL, even the NFL pass, I analyze it. Well, it's been an okay. Oh, it's been a great. See, I love the storylines. How would you
I think it's
give me a synopsis on the NFL this year?
I think it's been very highly entertaining. This is the biggest league in the world, Grant. This is the marketing baby. They do everything right.
Don't tell me. I want
except Thursday Night Football. They get crap teams on that.
Okay.
But it's great to have.
What have you liked about it this year?
I love the stories. I follow a particular team and I watch them all the time. And so I get into it. I love hearing all the stories. I love hearing, I've just followed.
You're not giving me any examples.
Well,
I think you would like the season even if it was a
RG3 is a perfect example. And there's a good example, Grant. You've got RG3 in Washington, one of the most exciting players to come along, a kind of a Michael Vick type player. And then you've got Andrew Luck, who's a very good athlete, and everyone thought he was going to be kind of let's see if he just drops back and we train him into that. Well, no, he's got all kinds of skills, smart, and he can play, and he's tough. He's a big, tough guy.
Peyton Manning in Denver.
That's right. But the thing is, who's going to be the Rookie of the Year out of those two guys? There's a compelling story. It's compelling to watch a guy like Brendan Browder, who's now a former Stampeder, who is now in Seattle playing very well, very physical, one of the most intimidating corners, and yet he's up fighting the league.
Performance-enhancing
drugs. So
both cornerbacks.
Both cornerbacks. Sherman is the other one. I mean, that's a surprise story in itself, in how good Seattle is, and a quarterback like Russell Wilson. So
can I ask a question?
You did.
What about the New York? What about? No, I'm keeping going.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm more comfortable as the host. New York Jets.
Yeah.
Unbelievably bad. Like Sanchez gets benched for a third-string quarterback. What's the guy's name?
McElroy?
Yeah, the golfer. The golfer who goes out with that tennis player from Denmark. Rory McIlroy. It's Greg McElroy, third-string quarterback.
Yeah,
because Tebow's hurt. That's unbelievable.
Thing I can't understand about Rex Ryan. First of all, when you look at what he does, and another compelling story, they were so close to getting there over the years. Injuries this year have really hurt this team, and I just think he's hooked his wagon to Sanchez, who I don't think is that good of a quarterback.
Here's what I wonder some teams too, if I may add a comment to your NFL expertise, is that the New York Jets were good, had some success. Everybody thinks, well, it's automatically next year going to get bigger and better. Were they really that good? And they had to still add more pieces to the puzzle. And in fact, they lost some to injury and free agency, I think, too.
Yep.
So I'm wondering if they're really as good as their press clippings say.
I think
they were still building, and they had some success maybe too early.
I think had they had a decent quarterback, another quarterback that the team believed in, and if they were behind, he could rally them, I think they would have done better. Now, you got to remember, too, they've got two of the most social prolific quarterbacks in the entire NFL. And sometimes the media latches onto that for the story more than their abilities.
And believes them to be more talented than they really are.
Yes, and they love their social life, who they're dating, who they're seeing, they're good-looking guys.
Well, you like that stuff.
Well, they do like it, and they sometimes get jealous of it and want to make a bigger deal than it really is. I really think that, because
now look who's on their soapbox.
Well, I'm telling you.
I like that. See, this is better. So we talk NFL. I should be asking you the question.
Well, you can.
San Diego Chargers.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy.
North Turner, how does he keep a job?
I don't think he does, and I just cannot believe how this team took a bad slide as it has. I like Norv Turner. I think he's a brilliant offensive mind. But right now, with what they've got going and the quarterback situation, I can't understand how Philip Rivers can be that bad. I mean, over the years, he's been so good, and every year I thought, this is the year that they take the step. I really did. The last 2 years has been really disappointing, and I can't see them. I think their GM's gone, and I think the coaching is gone too.
One team before this season began, the one team I would say is going to have almost an easy ride to the playoffs would be the San Francisco 49ers. They've stumbled and gone up and down, and then they lose their quarterback, Alex Smith.
Yep.
But he's healthy right now, but they're not really going back to him. Are you not surprised at that team and how they've stumbled and bumbled a little bit?
Well, a little bit, but I mean, come playoff time, they could still win it all. Really, they could. Kaepernick is a very athletic guy. Alex Smith doesn't get the ball downfield as well, and he can make the argument, well, we won, and we were close last year, and I was the quarterback that, got concussed, and you pulled me because of an injury. But I think this Kaepernick is going to be a legitimate NFL quarterback, superstar, I think.
Yeah.
Alex Smith, to me, is going to be a regular guy.
And that's our NFL wrap for this week, folks.